people who are calling this movie as some politically charged agenda for feminism clearly misunderstood the purpose of the movie. The story talks about the challenges that both gender faces and how neither side recognizes their struggle. Instead, they contribute more towards the problem. The division amongst the gender is what keeps us down. The gender war fighting over ridiculous things. The Barbies gaslighting Ken, the whole beach off, the pickup trucks and horses, the film roles, the describing what it means to be a woman, it's all insane. It is obvious the target demographic of this film is for girls, so the Barbie/female storyline is on the forefront with more positive message for girls. But director Greta Gerwig balanced the Ken elements perfectly. It wasn't too much that it detaches from the main story for the main audience, but enough so if a guy went to see it, they would still enjoy it. When I watched it, the guy sitting next to me was laughing way more than his female counterpart. The truth is, we all face different yet similar problems, and only by acknowledging these issues may we solve them. The major issue of our generation is the division amongst everyone. We are more divided than ever by race, religion, genders, ages, political beliefs, and to think we'd be more connected than ever. In Barbie, there's a clear division amongst the Barbies and Kens, as well as the Kens and Kens. They value different things and they think differently. But how do you resolve this? The only way is to hear both sides, and we aren't doing this enough. We shut out ideas that challenge our thinking, and we never move forward. Barbie doesn't really hear what Ken has to say, and neither does Ken to Barbie. The lack of communication is why they rift apart. They don't understand what was the problem and can't really fix it. Ken feels invisible to Barbie, so he goes to the extremes to get her attention, adopting the hyper-masculine macho man persona. But that is not the root of the problem. Barbie dismantling the patriarchy helped return Barbieland into what it was supposed to be, but it didn't fix the issues because that's not the root of the problem. The root of the problem was how they perceive each other, an honest reflection of the modern landscape. No one is seeing who people are, but just generalizing stereotypes associated. All men are pigs, all men are trash, all women are hoes, all women are liars, but are they really? If we sit down and have an honest conversation, perhaps we would understand each other just like Barbie and Ken. Everyone growing up has most likely faced difficulties with their self-image or self-esteem. We often think we're not good enough, we can do better, but in reality, we are comparing ourselves to meteoric standards that most people won't reach. It is no doubt possible to achieve, but it's better to set a realistic goal. In Barbie, one of Barbie's main concern is, what is she if she fails? What is she if she fails to solve the problem she was meant to solve? To fail, to live up to your purpose. That is something many modern youth feels. They are born into a world where everything is less than ideal. The world is more divided than ever, jobs more competitive, economy even worse. And the earth is slowly dying. The purpose or responsibility is to reverse this. We have to change the trajectory we are going towards. And that is a daunting task. Most of us won't be able to do this, but that's okay. It's okay if Barbie doesn't fix the gender inequality. It's okay they didn't dismantle the patriarchy, because life is not one mission. There are a million of things you can do. And failing to do one is not the end of the world. You have to go out and find the thing you are meant to do. They want more female representation in construction, but if you don't want to do construction, you don't have to. Choose what you want to do and you will be fulfilled. Another problem that Barbie faces is her perception of value. If she serves no purpose, what value does she have? If she's not pretty, what kind of Barbie is she? The thing is, everyone has equal value. Every life matters as much as the next. You can't discount a human based on their qualities. A life is a life. There may be some leeway for people who commit immoral actions beyond redemption, but that's another topic. The most important part of this movie is the speech America Ferrera gave to Barbie. points out the most idiotic standards that exist in society for women. The fact that everything said is ridiculous, most of us live our lives without ever considering this. I know for sure most men is barely even aware of this, yet it's not only upheld by men, but reinforced by other women. It is as Nietzsche says, we are our own worst enemy. This standard is continually perpetuated generation to generation, crushing the optimism of the next generation. This is also continued in the stereotypical tropes used to free the Barbies. In most media, for the longest time, women have been accessories to make men look good, smart, capable. The classic damsel in distress. It's great to see the culture moving away from that, but it has to be done properly. Those criticisms about how strong women are written aren't baseless. They're essentially gender-swapped male characters subtract character development. This, of course, is not applicable to Barbie. Barbie does a good job of pointing these problems out and also providing an answer. That being, there is no one answer. You can't group everyone under set requirements. You're not building a computer. You're creating a person, whether real life or fictional. You can't have your kids do just the things you want. You have to let them explore. You can't write a character with all the traits and give them a bow tie ending, because it's not always a bow tie ending. So the true answer is, there is no limit as to what you can and can't be. Of course, within the boundaries of the law. Moving on, the political topics must be discussed, as it seems not many people understand what the critique was. The Barbie movie is not a feminist propaganda, it's a humanist propaganda. As mentioned, it's a Barbie film, so it's catered to the female audiences, so there's more female problems. But the Ken storyline is still just as important. On one hand, it may seem they are trying to make men look bad, to make them look like incompetent goofballs that can't do anything without Barbie. That's just not it. It's a critique on the desperation of men to need female approval and attention, and it's exaggerated because it's a comedy movie. Like, what did you expect? There are thousands of lost men longing for female attention because society has failed them. The internet has damaged their minds. They can't hold a conversation, let alone eye contact. And these men feel weak and powerless. They look to the extremes to help them out. That's why red pill and black pill communities exist, because they need to make sense of why they can't get female attention. It's why Andrew Tate is so popular, because he says things these men need to hear, even though his message is diluted with his more controversial opinions. The extreme ideologies that people fall into is dangerous, no matter which side. The truth lies somewhere in the middle of feminism and anti-feminism, and it is up to both sides to start recognizing that. The audience reception has been positive to say the least, but there are those with negative mindsets. Most of the criticism claims the movie puts down men and makes them into jokes, although it is true, but it stems from an exaggerated truth. That is the essential to comedy, to take an honest topic and exaggerate it. Anyways, what was said in the film is a somewhat accurate depiction of reality. There are a whole community of men that flocks to extremist belief. There are women that tries to tear men down. These are things that happen in real life and in Barbie. It is not artificial, used to shame men. It is to bring awareness. And at no point do they pretend they have the answer. They don't have a solution, just a reminder that we work best when we come together. The main idea of the film is to define existence, and it is difficult to define existence for human because it is very different from people to people. Living as different cultures, race, gender, religion can give very different experiences. But what is the point? What is the point of it all? To be honest, there isn't. Life is just an empty canvas free for you to use as you please. You're not trying to copy or mimic another art piece, but create something that is for you. So go and discover who you are. Try new things. Take risk. You only get to fill a canvas once, so use the most out of it. At the end of the day, you are the only one who will cherish your memories.